Let's start to get into a summary because we're going to be running out of time very shortly. If we look at what are the 4 things that dictate your health, your longevity and your disease risk. There are 4 things that dictate how long you live, whether you get a disease, and what your risk is for a long healthy life and how well you do it. It is diet number 1, lifestyle number 2, environment number 3, and genetics number 4. And when I say that, I mean diet is in what you eat, lifestyle is in do I drink alcohol, do I drink coffee, do I smoke cigarettes, do I stay up late, do I sleep well, do I exercise? That's lifestyle choices. The third influence is environmental. So where do I live? Do I live next to a nuclear radiation dump? If so, I might die from nuclear radiation sickness. So environment is a play. But genetics tends to be between 1 and 3% of all disease seems to be genetic. What's killing us, 70% of what's killing us, 70% of people in the West, is modern lifestyle diseases. And of course we behave into them, we have to behave out of them, they're not genetic. So, 3 cures. If we look at the 3 things that are most important, if you're looking at the 3 things that I consider the most important to transform your health, it's a plant-based whole food diet, number 1, regular intelligent fasting, number 2, and smart lifestyle choices, number 3. They are the 3 key things. So let's summarize it up in 10 key tips. If we look at 10 key things you want to be doing, number 1 is remember you cannot eat yourself sick and drug yourself well. If you eat yourself sick, you have to eat yourself well. Number 2, let's look at being prepared and control your environment. One of the things that people make the biggest mistakes when they want to get healthy is they don't prepare. You must change your environment and control it. So be prepared and control your environment. Change what's in your fridge, in your cupboard, in your shopping list so that when you're hungry, good food is there. It's really, really important, and it's one of those things so many people get wrong. Thirdly, eat a seasonal, local, plant-based whole food diet. And try to, every day if you can, have some raw, soaked, sprouted, fermented and cooked foods. So try to have a mixture of raw, soaked, sprouted, fermented and cooked. That's what the healthiest, longest lived cultures all eat every day. They have a little bit of everything. And you can do that quite easily by having some raw muesli for breakfast. Some fruit as snacks as well, raw, enzyme-rich fruit. You can have some sauerkraut on your salad for lunch. You can have some soaked, when you soak your muesli, you've got your soaked. And you can have some cooked soup or something for dinner. So it's very easy to do actually if you look at it from that perspective. Number 4 tip for today, eat less and live long via regular intelligent fasting. Again, I do a lot of educating on fasting. If you're wanting to grab that book on fasting. But fasting is critical when done well. And all the longevity cultures in history have done it, and we've all been a natural part of human evolution. Excuse me. When you get sick, the body loses its appetite. It's just a natural part of how we work. So when you get sick, you lose your appetite. That's the body saying, don't eat, I'm going to sort it out. Number 5, add bitter foods and green foods to your life. Really important to have more bitter and green foods. Things like dandelion root from the garden, grapefruit, your leafy greens like kale and spinach and silver beet. Anything that's bitter on the tongue stimulates the liver to clean. And if you've got liver problems, which most people over the age of about 40 have now, it's about 50% of people over the age of 40 or 45 now have fatty liver disease or have fatty liver symptoms. So it's very high, and that's a whole nother seminar, that's a whole nother conversation, but it's out of control completely. So, number 6, treat sleep like gold. Number 6 is treat sleep like gold. Do not underestimate the power of sleep. I know most of us rush through our day and we're taking care of the kids and work and we're stressed and we've got money problems and all these things taking our attention. So we want that time at night, it's our me time where we sit there and we have a chocolate biscuit and some alcohol, but actually we don't. We generally have a whole bottle of alcohol and the whole packet of chocolate biscuits and we go to bed half cut, eating too much and, that whole picture late at night. Go to bed early. Start going to bed early. 9 to 5 is about perfect. 10 to 6 is acceptable. But really, between 9 and 10 is when you want to be asleep, and you want to be waking between 5 and 6. Ideally, that's how the body's built. It's how all the primates in the world do it. I mean, all primates in the world stop eating at about 4:30. We just keep eating. We stay up late. You cannot get sleep in a pill. You cannot replace it by meditating. You cannot replace sleep by fasting. You cannot replace sleep by anything. You must get enough sleep. Really critical. Number 7, exercise. And the 5 key ways to exercise is walking, sprinting, lifting weights, swimming and doing yoga. So those 5 things. So investigate those 5 things. We haven't got time to go into it today. But those 5 things are the key longevity exercises. Make sure you regularly unplug or you will get sick. This is a real problem now for the young generation where they've grown up with technology. It's natural to them as a chair or the ground or parents or family is technology always in their hand. So you must unplug. We're not wired to constantly be in front of a screen. So unplug regularly or you will get sick. Tip number 9 is to have a rhythm and routine. So a routine and a rhythm is really important. Everything in the universe has a rhythm. The sun, the moon, the stars, every animal, everything. We wake up when it's sunny, we go to sleep when it's dark. We all need a rhythm and a routine. You'll find that if you want to get more regular with your bowel motions and get your 3 bowel motions a day, which is the human colic gastric reflex, which is a sign of having good healthy bowels, then go 3 times a day. How you do that is having rhythm and routine in your life. So that's really important as well. And the last one, number 10, and particularly given what's going on in the world at the moment, is gratitude and contribution is your access to joy and happiness. Gratitude and contribution is your access to joy and happiness. And what I mean by that is when you are genuinely grateful for what you've got, which is literally breathing oxygen at the moment. I'm literally grateful. I've got 2 arms, 2 legs, a body that works really well. I'm in great health. I can breathe. I've got a loving family around me and friends. Very, very grateful. Lucky to be alive. Very, very lucky to be alive. I know a lot of people who have died young from hideous, horrible diseases. And I can tell you, being alive, we're privileged. We're really, really privileged. So being grateful for being alive, and also being in contribution. If you can contribute, the more you can contribute to the world, the more deep oxytocin, serotonin you'll have in your brain, which is the resilience of the brain, keeps you away from mental disorders, from depression, from unhappiness and anxiety in the head. And how we do that is by building that resilience. And we build that resilience with serotonin and oxytocin. And they're built by happiness, doing things that make you happy, and doing things that bring happiness and contribution to others. So the more you contribute, the more you have access to that joy and happiness. And joy and happiness are never ending. They constantly are running. They don't run out. So you don't actually lose any joy and happiness. And you can't get too happy for too long and you run out. It's like love. It's never ending, and this is a never ending well. So we're out of time. I hope you've enjoyed that. And it's absolutely a total pleasure and an honor to be part of this wonderful festival. I hope you enjoy all the other presentations and everything else that's going on. This is Jason Shon Bennett signing out, and if you're needing anything else from me, just go to jasonshonbennett.com. All this information is there. Lots of videos and things to watch as well. So take care of yourselves, look after each other, and we'll see you at jasonshonbennett.com. Stay well.